All right, well, round two is beginning. That was a disappointing round one that I'm sure you watched on YouTube whenever the hell I post this. But round two is going to be better. We're going to win. We're going to win it all. We're going to win 4 rounds. We're going to top eight, and then we're going to do it again. It's only 32 people actually, so uh, four wins, definitely top eights. This is a rough hand. Another weak hand from this deck. I think our first hand was our best hand, but unfortunately, our opponent had the dragon with instant speed negate. I mean, all negates are instant. You know what I mean? The 0 mana negate, where they paid 10 life to negate it. Basically, like some kind of new age force of will. Our opponent took a mulligan, so I'm gonna join them in mulliganing. I think our deck can do better than this. This is definitely like the problem is Divine Gambit is not playable early. We don't have double white. We don't have a black source. If we start on 4 and 5, that's just really slow. This is better. It's still kind of bad, but at least we have Divination to rebuild our hand. We're going to be bottoming either Guiding Voice or one of these 5-drops. Probably the Dust Speaker if we do that. The Guiding Voice is a bit bad here too, though. Like we can't really use it for anything. We aren't really the best Guiding Voice deck, but I think his card's generally too good to cut. So not entirely sure, really. I think I might just want the power level. So we're going to bottom the Voice. If I draw a 2-drop, I'd regret that, though. If I draw a 2-drop and I get bricked on lands, then Guiding Voice is like what saves me. But if I draw a land 3, my first play of the game is just going to be Divination. So I want to keep the Effigy. I could just throw away one of these 5s, too. Probably the Dust Speaker, which is the weaker one. Actually, I'll just throw away the Dust Speaker, then. But there is we don't know how our deck is going to go. I think on average, Guiding Voice is more likely to perform than having another 5-drop. But if we just draw all lands, then we want the 5-drop. Oh, yeah, we're going to draw another 5-drop. Well, I'm glad I bought him that. But it's possible Magic just has it out for us today, and our deck is just going to, like, you know... Oh, wow, we're just drawing every 5-drop in our deck. So, yeah, it's possible the game has it out for us today. All we really need to do, though, is draw land 3, and then we can cast Divination, and we should be able to hit our other land drops and play some Magic. So, hopefully that happens. I guess if it doesn't, we have, like, the remote possibility of Guiding Voicing their creature to find Environmental Sciences, which sounds embarrassing, but it is sort of better than doing nothing. Okay, so we did draw land 3. It's kind of a curse because it's tap land, but I will not complain because I at least get to cast a spell this game. They're also not doing anything, so that's helpful. Okay, well, we're going to start with a Fuming Effigy then. This is the first play of the game, is a 4-mana 4-3. It seems like they have a rough hand, too. They mulliganed, so... Like, they mulliganed to 6 just like we did. So what kills this for 2 mana? Because obviously Voice is, like, a really strong play here. So I just have to... I gotta get out the old handy Scryfall really quick. Because I'm trying to remember, like, what we get punished by. So we're gonna look up type, instant, set Strixhaven, CMC2, color red. Nothing at 2. How about 1? Okay, they could have Lightning Bolt. It's literally just Lightning Bolt kills this. If we go for the Guiding Voice. I think we're supposed to go for the Guiding Voice then. If they have Lightning Bolt, it is officially not my day. Good. Very good. Okay, so... what do we want here? I guess we could just get the... So the Spirit Summoning blocks his creature, which is cool. We really just want to hit lands. Because if we hit lands, our hand is insanely powerful. So we're probably just going to grab Sciences. I think we just grab Sciences. We attack for 5. We play the Pledge Mage, and then we just, yeah. If they block, they have, like, Shock or something. Okay, they could also have the First Strike Trick, which is brutal. That would be very good. But we had 3 mana open as well, so we're not representing nothing. See what they have on 6. Blue-Red starts to get really exciting at 7. That's when Blue-Red starts playing all their signature big spells. Elemental Masterpiece, Creative Outburst, stuff like that. Okay, they have a Quintorius, interesting. So we can't kill that, but... Nice. So we draw land. We could play Hofree. I could play Archaic. I think I might want to play Archaic, actually. Archaic's really... Like, I could play Hofree or I could play Archaic. If I play Hofree, I can attack with the Effigy for free. They have to take the damage. If they trade, it's brutal. We could also attack and Lorehold Command, and then if they block, they just get blown the hell out. Like, basically, I don't think there are bad plays here. We're, like, super ahead, and our hand is really good. But I guess, like, Hofree would die to, like, Pigment Outburst or something, or Pigment Storm. There's no Pigment Outburst. I don't know what Pigment Outburst is. It's not a card. But if we get them low enough, we can just Lorehold Command to kill them. I mean, honestly, they're almost dead. This is 5. Like, if we did Lorehold Command +2/+2, we'd give this flying and did 3 of their face. 12, 7, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, they're at 2 right now. So, why don't we just play Hofri? And then we'll just send the Spirit in. We're not going to chump attack this to make it a Spirit. We'll just send this in. They have no good blocks at all. They have to go to 9. And then if they kill Hofri, we have Lorehold Command, we have Sciences, we have Archaic. So our hand's really good. Our deck is doing what it's supposed to this game. Or rather, their deck just didn't do anything, so that also works. Combat Professor, sure. So we definitely block if we can. We have Pledge Mage, so... Like, if anything but Hofri dies, we get a Spirit copy of it. So, they can't even attack. Interesting. So they could have Negate or something. I don't think we're supposed to play this into Negate or Test of Talents. Just because of how insanely good our position is. Like, all we have to do at this point is not throw the game. So let's start with the Sciences. We're going to give this flying. I guess we'll show them the Black Splash in case this game somehow goes on longer. I don't think it changes that much. And then we're going to send in these 2 creatures, and we'll probably just, like, play this and pass. We don't need the Gambit yet. We could also Gambit now. Just Gambit, make this a 7/6. Actually, I'll make this a 7/6. Why not? We're going to proliferate. Give it lifelink too. Why not? Oh, we even drew Shock. Perfect. So we just attack with both. And then if they go to 2, we just shock them and they're dead. Yeah. So our deck drew absurdly well. We just drew all our rares. It looked like we were going to get mana stuck for a bit, but they didn't have a curve. So when you draw all 5 drops and your opponent doesn't do anything, the disadvantage of drawing all 5 drops goes away. So hopefully we have nice, smooth games from this point on. I think our deck's really good. I like the way I built it, too. I don't really think there's any changes I would make. I might be cutting the Eliminates, I guess. Red-White's... He's red-white-blue, so I think he's a red-white deck with a blue splash. Eliminate's probably not the best against him. It's not terrible, but we'll see what we can replace it with. The point of Eliminate, in my view, is like it's early game interaction sometimes. It kills fractals, it kills certain utility creatures. But if it's killing like this, I don't think it's worth the splash. But we'll keep Silverquill Command in either way, because Silverquill Command's pretty good. And then I guess like we can board in, I don't know. Not sure what to do, but yeah, they're just dead. I don't blame them. This is a ridiculous board position, and they didn't even know about the shock. So we just want to hit like all of our land drops and have consistent openers. We could consider Archivist, I guess. I don't really... I mean, I don't think that really does much against them specifically. Like, if we're targeting their graveyard, then their Quintorius triggers. I guess we could, like, deny them their graveyard before they have a Quintorius, but that seems very silly. Assuming we're going to cut this Eliminate, which isn't terrible, and I'm not worried about mana fixing that much, because I expect to go get the Environmental Sciences a good amount of the time, but it isn't, like... It isn't all that busted either, you know? So, we could also just replace it with, like, an above-average creature like Spiteful Squad or something. Spiteful Squad's pretty good. Like, there's nothing wrong with that card at all as like, an above-average dude. Spectre Fens is fine, but I think this is, like, the best creature that I'm not playing that I could play. Although it's a bit weird to splash, like, a common creature. Because obviously this isn't, like, a broken rare or anything. But it's, like, pretty efficient. And if we're not worried about getting black mana, it's fine. It also comes later, which is nice, because, you know, it's a splash, so we're not going to have a ton of it. We could play more late game cards. I'm not that worried about late game. We have a lot of good 5s. So our late game seems pretty solid. And we have Lorehold Excavation, too, to give us something to do with our mana. So, I mean, I guess, like, we didn't even really lose late game to the other guy. We just got ran over by dragons, which is an entirely different aspect of limited Magic that our deck... I mean, our deck has some answers to it, too. We have Reduced to Memory with Learn cards, and we have some removal. So, you know, you saw the games. I'm assuming you saw the games if you watched the first VOD, which is unfortunate, but really just eyeing this Eliminates, and I think cutting it for like a creature is a little weird. Like, this is probably the better card, but if it's just killing their early game, right? Like, it just killed the 3/3. I can kill 4/4 tokens with this. They're going to have elementals if they're splashing blue, which is pretty good. And I mean, I guess this is better against elementals than Eliminate is. It doesn't kill big fractals. Alright, let's just try doing this. I'm not sure about this, but we'll just try switching the splash to a creature. See how that card plays for us. Definitely keeping this hand. This hand's awesome. So we start on 3. Ideally, we'd start on 2, but you've seen our deck. We don't have that many 2-drops. So when we mulligan hands, they're just hands that don't do anything before turn 3. Turn 3 on the draw is definitely not ideal, but I don't really care. I'm not going to mulligan for Blood General or Eager First Year because they're not even like the best cards in my deck. They're just fine. But it makes the Guiding Voice a little more awkward. So usually we're going to do like turn 1 nothing, turn 2 nothing, turn 3 3-drop, turn 4 3-drop plus Guiding Voice or something, or tap land. So we're not the most aggressive deck, but we're definitely fine. Like, we're not going to get ran over most of the time either. They're mulliganing too. So Boch is having a bad day of Magic so far. They lost round 1 and they mulligan both games. Now they're black. Interesting. So they might switch to the black-white aggro deck on the play, which means I guess we wish we had Eliminate, but even then, Eliminate's like the best thing Eliminate can do in this format is kill fractals. So I assume we just trade here. I guess we could not because both of these brick this creature. But at the same time, like if they have a combat trick, I want to get it out of their hand. And I'm not really that concerned about your first year. It's just Grizzly Bears in this hand. It's a little better with this, but yeah. Sure. So we'll start with the Mentor. It hits harder if we don't play a non-creature next turn. They might give this flying, just pay 2 to deal 2 to us, but that's not really all that impressive. That's really good. That's a problem. Yeah. So we'll see if they're willing to pay 2 life to deal 2 to us. Attacking is a lot less sexy when you have to pay for it, I will say. So I think we just attack. I'm fine trading for Spectre Fens if they have the courage to double block here. So we could just learn. Probably don't want to learn, though. We probably just want to... What would we learn if we did? Anatomies. It's too early in the game for Anatomy. It's too early for Reduced to Memory. They don't have any broken threats. I think we benefit from doing this later, because we have another land with this, so we could use this to go get our splash, but we don't need it to get land 5, because we have Pilgrim. So let's just play the Effigy. Effigy's pretty good on this board. Like, they have to double block it, and they lose both creatures. So... Effigy's worse, though, if they go, like, land 5, kill it, use Hall of Oracles. That's probably their best line. There's Dust Mage. Okay, that's pretty medium. So drawing land 5 is insane. Probably just wins the game, assuming they have to double block. Yeah, because if they leave this back, they're double blocking. If we draw land 5, we get the 2 for 1, and it's just brutal as hell. So hopefully that happens. Oh, yeah. Attack with that. That's fine. So they might double block this. Okay, well. Alright, so this game is going infinitely better for us. See if they double block. If they double block, yeah. Alright. Cool. So we just do Lorehold command, creature's indestructible, and we blow up their Spectre, and then we have a board and they have nothing. 3 damage. I'd like to gain 3 life. I'd like to kill you. Yeah. Just classic 3 for 1. And there we go. This game is probably over. They could have like Wrath of God or something, or Crux of Fate, some card like that. They could keep playing with that, but yeah, Combat Professor's probably not going to do it. So we just gotta like, you know, alright, we're going to attack with everything. They're at 7. We'll play our Pledge Mage and our Pilgrim, and we'll just hold this. I'm actually going to play the Swamp. I don't want to get Go Blanked. Like, I know that we're giving them free information, but whatever. I don't want to get Go Blanked. If their last card's like Go Blank and they have like another Chump Blocker or something into Wrath of God, I would much rather have our Black Splash. And there we go. So we won that match very easily. Our deck just completely did its thing and ran them the hell over. Lorehold Command is busted. This is an insane card. If we had not been red-white, we would have been splashing it. Like, let's say we were black-white. First thing we do, we figure out a way to play this card. Because it is absolutely bonkers, as you can see. Just got the clean 3 for 1. And the thing is, like, it doesn't really matter how they play around it. Like, I think Ekin might have actually read us for Lorehold Command. Because if he had blocked with his Needlethorn Drake last game, we could have Indestructible and then killed the colony. And then he has just his dragon. And if he has nothing, we can Edict the dragon and still win the game. So, not really disappointed with how I played game 1. I don't think I really made any misplays yet. I think it's more just that, like, you know, we got dragoned out. But we are 1-1. Some 3-2s will top 8. I don't want a 3-2. I want a 4-1. And I want to top 8 this. So, I will be back with another VOD after this. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully the recording is fine. I wish I could stream this. Just paranoid about ghosting. And I'll see you on the next round. Take care. Bye.